I'll grab it.
Well, hello everyone. There's the music. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the 5th round of the Vtracc tracc.eu challenge, season 25.3. And we're at Moza. Our VTubers are here in Italy, my home country, even though, you know, Milan is kind of a weird place. Like, it is... you know, we don't talk about what happens there. They're just weird people. Anyways, we are now during the last 12 minutes of pre-practice, and here with me in the commentary booth I have Charlton. Hello, Charlie.
Hello, I'm back again, everybody. Here for a sensational round at the Temple of Speed. It's going to be nothing short of cinema. I think for this one, plenty of bumps ahead for every single class, and a very close battle in all categories. So much to cover today. Very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be extremely interesting, and we can see already that the lap times that they're setting, even if it's free practice, they're still pretty damn quick.
Hate to interrupt you, Jojo, but I'm going to grab the spaghetti. I'll be right back.
Oh no, fear. I'm dreading what I'm going to see once he comes back. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, at least the poor class is giving us a good spectacle, unlike the plate of spaghetti I'm probably about to see. I'm genuinely dreading what I'm about to see. I'm scared for my life. Help me, chat. YouTube chat, please help me. Save me. Save me from the torture I will be subject to. Anyways, going back to our drivers, we are seeing right now Ryoma Kirihara 1 second behind Ruby Nekomata, almost 1 second. However, it is just 0.003 of a second behind P4, which is Assetto Ibiza. That is actually pretty close, not going to lie. I'm very surprised how close they are. Also, that's the bartender. 5th overall. I know that this is free practice. Nonetheless, seeing an AM being 6th overall, ahead of all the silvers, that is impressive. That is genuinely impressive to see. You know, thirds, if you're listening to us, best of luck to you, because you will need it to retain the position on all the silvers, which are probably going to be like, I want your place, and I want it now. Oh god. Did he
I return. I've put it into the 12th voice.
Oh, that looks lovely. Nice.
Oh wow, I'll take that.
Yes,
Sorry,
British spaghetti have been approved by the Italian.
Oh, I'll take that. Delightful. Well, everybody, it's going to be a close one, I think, between quite a lot of the top 5 here in terms of the pro. Is there any other pros that we have here today?
I think it is, but I'm not on the server to confirm it. However,
oh no.
Yeah, it is all of them. It is only 5 pros, 5 silvers, and then a massive sea of AM drivers. That is,
it is a sea of red. It's a sea of red here in Italy. Oh my, it's going to be something special, isn't it? The timings are so close as well across the board, you know, all the way from 23rd to 1st. So I think naturally it's going to come down to that race pace, isn't it? And I mean, qualifying is going to set that tempo, I suspect, but just looking at some of the manufacturers you got here, you got Lexus that's going to definitely blast in the straights, very quick, tested as well by Alex Curto. Shout out to them for all of the setups they've brought to the table for everyone today. I know it's a lot of hard work's gone into that, so a big round of applause for Mr. Curto.
Yeah, I mean, Alex really made all the setups here for everyone, which people are free to use or free to just use their own. However, having a setup made by Alex Curto and then not using it is like, something that would be quite something, if I'm being honest. Also, before we forget, I will suggest to actually give the viewers some recap about the standings for the championships. What do you guys think?
I think that is a fantastic idea, and I will kick things off with the pro. It's on the screen. Tremendous. Right. So in P1, we've got Ruby Nekomata leading at the moment by about 20 points. The included drop puts it to 7. Is still all to play for in this circumstance. Omer Ohm, P2, 1 DNF on the board. So no free rides at the moment here for the rest of the championship. Ryoma, P3, 55 points. Isaac Umbris, P4. Exo Lubista, P5. Electroshock, P6. Biggie Hugs, P7. Reska Kyoso, P8. Aston Empire, P9. Cal Squid, P10. Midnight Hurricane, P11. And Sam Winton, 12th. We're on to Silvers. Soka Kaiser takes P1 at the moment, leading against Zul Akihara P2 and Ravi Hangout P3. Very close in the points between these three drivers. Anybody can still win the championship, even at this late of a stage. P4, Eric Gregus. P5, Kenneth Loskulus. P6, Dirty Kohai. P7, Mr. Brunch. P8, Amethysti VTube. P9, Kat Kisumiri. And P10, Akito Azu... I have to try it.
Azuzagawa.
Azuzagawa. There we go. There we go.
You're welcome, Charlie. Well, now heading on to the big sea of red, the AM class. Zero Alexandra is leading it with 76 points, without including drop rounds. Now followed by G Foxington, Tarsi Bartender, David Gameplay, Savage GJ, Kaito Nasa, Yandy Terrible, Primary T, Neko Kitten, and Evano EAB close to top 10. They are then followed by Ametric Zanes, Selina Aino, Kim Froy, Luna Lupo, Ubitius, Lou Maynard, Dead Player Ente, and Hezi Thomas. Now, when it comes to the teams, we have Phoenix Racing VTuber Academy, Jade Phoenix, leading the points with 84. Then Phoenix Racing VTuber Academy, the main team, followed close behind with 82. Then Oreo Tempo with 78. Phoenix Racing VTuber Academy, Purple Inferno, which is the other secondary team, with 73. Then we have Technoburst Racing with 61. Rev Up by Technoburst with 57. Technoburst 2 with 51. Vitality Bagu Racing Team with 49. Mirai United VRT Monster with 43. Puvupid Bagu Racing with 24. And Mirai United VRT, the non-monster one, with 11. Something to note about these championships as well. Top 4 in the Pro class and in the Silver class can still mathematically win the championship. The AM championship can be mathematically won by the top 9, and any team could mathematically win the team championship. Even the team in the last place could technically win the team championship mathematically. That is...
It just goes to show. Sorry, I had a mouthful of spaghetti.
Yeah.
Getting into the vibe of Monza. Sorry, everyone. Honestly, it just goes to show how close it's been this championship so far. Like, we've been here at Oreo behind the scenes looking a lot at sort of the team championship, assessing the situation round by round, and being in that kind of title fight, it's a lot of pressure on your shoulders as each round counts down. You feel every performance matters even more and more, and I think it weighs on your mind a bit. You just can't let that happen. You've got to shed that pressure and just perform at your best. We can just see Akihara here laying down a bit of pace for the free practice, just a touch off of the pros as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying earlier that Thursday Bartender was the 6th overall ahead of all of the silvers, but I think that Zul heard me and is like, has decided to put his Lexus in P6. However, even despite that, Thursday Bartender is still P7, 300s behind the top of the silver class. That is all still impressive, not going to lie. And like, a lot of the silvers here, with Seiko Kaisa being one of them, are encountering quite a lot of issues with their pace. They don't seem to be able to go faster than the top of the AM field, though I have to mention this is still free practice. Maybe the AM classes, the AM drivers are trying their qualifying pace, and then the silvers are going to try their race pace, so there could be a difference in fuel load, there could be a lot of differences in what they're using, so it's still too early to say, I would say. However, the performance is still impressive.
Looking at it as it is now, I think you're looking at the Pro top 5. All of them on race pace currently. None of them really laying down the quali pace. How it is at the moment. Track conditions optimum. Little bit spicy in terms of the temperature, but still, I think it's going to be the real battle for me as well. You know, we compare the drivers, sure, but even in terms of the manufacturers, I think I was chiming on the fact that Audi, you know, great car for a hot lap. Don't get me wrong, fantastic car for a hot lap. Really, if you have it nailed, but it just starts to cook the rear tires a bit more and more. Oh, we just see Cycler just bowing out there, and that's my fear. You know, we've seen Ruby change back to the BMW and assess the situation that the Nissan's just not up to scratch for this round. Met has remained steadfast in the Audi. Nothing to change really. And Isaac Umbra's turning up here and actually laying down some really good pace for the AMG here too. It's going to be fascinating to see which manufacturers come out on top. I say Isaac the Terrible, Ian the Terrible. Also in an Audi as well, which will be interesting to see how he gets on for the M class.
Oh,
they're competing for the championship.
That is cute. That is another Audi. Matt is not alone anymore.
True. Very, very true. Ian the Terrible currently P2 in the championship. With G Foxington. P1 is Zero Alexandre and Sean Fry. Oh, Keen. Correct myself at the last moment. Sorry, Ron.
Skill issue.
Can't help it. Ooh. Right, you cannot say skill issue again for the rest of this cast. Look what happened. Ian had one moment.
Will. I 1000% will. Especially when it comes to the braking zone for turn 1, because we know what's going to happen there.
Yeah, I'm going to pray to... I don't know what deities there are in Italian, but I'm going to pray to them nonetheless.
San Brembo, ora pro nobis. San Pirelli, ora pro nobis. San Magneti Marelli, ora pro nobis. What else? Santissimo Z Superleggera, ora pro nobis. Let's pray for everyone that is going to help us with the brakes, so that the braking will work in turn 1.
I feel like you've just got the whole cast in a joint prayer as we're like there with my hands clasped, lighting at some incense, praying to the pasta gods that turn 1's not going to result in some absolute catastrophe.
Yeah.
You know, go on.
Yeah, the most common deity in Italian racing pantheon is San Brembo. Well, to be fair, he's a saint, not a deity, but still. San Brembo is going to be the one you pray for when it comes to braking because you are shitting your pants.
VTubers!
What happened? Oh yeah, I mean, Ubidius did jump on the curse earlier, but like, that was a very delayed reaction.
You said the S word. Right, that's a euro into the fine jar, that is. Sorry, everyone. Disgraceful.
Oh yeah, my bad. To be fair, San Brembo, you pray to him every time your brakes either don't work or you're like very tight on a braking zone. And so you pray San Brembo that everything will work correctly. So say that with me, chat. San Brembo.
San Brembo. I'll have to brush up on my pronunciation, but I'm sure I'll be chanting it coming into turn 1 today. And Ubidius as well is laying down some decent pace, definitely a bit more in the tank, I think, for that Mustang. Unsure if it's restricted on this circuit or not.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure it is.
Go.
As we see a lightning quick copy paste there about the qualifying. Wow, that was like any percent speed run, honestly. Fantastic.
Our broadcaster here and also server manager Seong is very prepared when it comes to that. So, you know, here at tracc.eu we are very professional about these things. Well then, let's watch the AMs go on the track. Any predictions? Wait, is that Seiko Kaiser in the 42?
It is.
Yeah, there is Seiko Kaiser in the 42 going with the AMs on track. Wait, was it AMs and silvers?
Must be.
Or was it just AMs? Oh God, I forgot.
We're going to have a very populated field if it's AMs and silvers.
Yeah, I mean, that is going to be almost the entire grid besides 5 people, really.
Yeah, I was going to say, that is that's interesting. Notice one thing. Tracc currently on fast. That is going to be...
That is weird. Also, we did get some heads up from our broadcasters as there is going to be some admin stuff being done right now, and okay, I've seen the admin stuff. The rogue silver on track was sent right back to the pits by the power of the almighty admin gods. And so right now we are going to see only the AMs in qualifying. So yeah, no silvers, it was not mixed with the silvers. That is, I think, unfortunate for the silver driver, for Technoburst. You know how the rules are, the silver's going first. So we got confirmation that the silver's going first, and then it is silver. The AM's going first, and then silvers and pro are going to go later in the last 10 minutes of the qualifying session.
Well, a very, very naughty driver there. Very naughty.
Yes, very naughty.
We are just waiting to come back into having a look at the qualifying cars going round, as we have to sort of fix things here. But what I will say so far is I think we're gonna hedge a few predictions. What are your predictions for this one for the AMs? Because I'm really conflicted. I mean, last season I hopped onto the Uber Diaz train, and Uber Diaz decided to reward me with no poles, which I was a little bit sad about.
Oh,
I was a little bit sad about, but there was a few moments that they had it. It was just a little characteristic mistake with the Mustang coming out of some corners. But now that you've got the ballast in place, where the weight's been stripped out, you've got a bit of restrictor in it, I reckon it'll make it a bit easier to handle, and I think it could end up with some decent times. Zero, I suspect to be quite quick today. What are you thinking? Give me your thoughts.
I mean, Zero did show that they are the fastest driver in the entire field. Literally, in the AM field, my bad. I had to correct myself. In the AM field, Zero Alexander has showed time and time again that they are the force to be reckoned with. However, they were not the fastest in free practice, as we saw. I think it was Thirsty Bartender and Primaristi going faster than them. So we will see. We will have to see if Zero Alexander will be able to set a faster lap time here in qualifying. I mean, you know, they could have just practiced the race pace. Maybe they didn't really set a good lap time, as we are seeing our first times chiming in. That player entered with a 152.2, followed by Lily Yoshimi half a second behind. And I'm guessing we're going to see a lot more times chiming in real soon, as Selina Aino gets the temporary P1 on the Lexus. As I would expect quite a lot of more cars to try and chime in for that P1.
I mean, for the AMs, that's a bloody good time so far. Ice-T puts it a little bit to shame with a little bit of a Japanese 1-2. But Selena hot on the heels there, looking for a first pole potentially.
Yeah.
That is fantastic improvements there. And look, for the
Zero Alexandre, 6 tenths behind.
Zero puts it P3. There's still a little bit behind. There's still a bit of time to go, obviously, for this session. And Charles puts it at P1 there, 49.4. Blistering AM pace at the moment. That separates them quite clearly from the two compatriots behind. And tall order there for Ice-T and Selena, I think.
Yeah,
Zero as well.
That is just a dominant performance by American here.
It's just the question if they can find a bit more pace to just cement where they're going to be. They've got this. This is the interesting thing about multi-class. you're not just competing, obviously, in terms of the AMs and qualifying. You've got silvers to worry about as well.
Yes.
And if you put yourself ahead of silvers, it's all well and good. Don't get me wrong. But the real battle remains with the AMs, and it just muddles things up. It makes it interesting. And for me, I think that's one of the parts of the racecraft that just doesn't get chimed on enough. How you maneuver yourself past these other classes is so important, especially in a race. And that's really what's going to differentiate it. Go on, nice. Go on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you weren't done talking yet. But yeah, I will also say, if you're an AM and you have silvers behind you, that means that they're going to hold up the remaining silvers. As we are seeing Yosuposu, that sounds like a Sardinian name, with their BMW heading towards T1 as primary key, puts it into P2, only 2.5 tenths behind Darcy Bartender. Very good performance from the Malaysian.
A very refreshing and zesty time there from Primer IST, puts it P2, 2 tenths off of pole there in the AM category. And I think there's a bit more in the tank there. It's got to be a full push from the Honda.
I mean, it has to be, as there are only 2 laps left for the AMs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to be a titanic battle here. I think IST might have a bit more in the tank. Let's see if Tiles can deliver a bit more. I think Pozu possibly up on their time at the moment. Unsure. Tiles at the moment. The last lap was a 49.8. They haven't made any improvements just yet.
I mean, 49.8 is still faster than P3. Than P3's fastest lap time. So I would expect Darcy Bartender to actually go much faster than that, as they are probably able to do, as you're supposed to. Right there, being a little bit quickly on the Ascari curbs. That is not what you want to do. The car bouncing around is going to make you a little bit slower. You know, the only place where I think you only want your car to be bouncy, as like, that is the only place where you don't mind, is I think Zolder turn 1. Oh wait, the first chicane. Not
what does that say on the rear bumper? Does that say please no punt?
I mean, maybe. That is a Tamamo Cross livery from Uma Musume, but yeah, please no punt.
Please no punt.
That is indeed
a please no punt. I love that. That's tremendous. That's absolutely tremendous.
As Yosuposu was able to slightly improve their lap time as... Well, that's invalidated. That is an invalid lap time, so it will be time for them to see if they can close the lap quickly enough to, in order to maybe squeeze one last lap in, as we are seeing Darcy Bartender, our American Ferrari driver.
Is it an improvement?
Yes, a little bit of an improvement, 49.3.
Is it enough though? Where's ICT? What's the time they're putting down? The number 31? Is it going to be enough at the moment?
Primer, we cannot see their current lap time that they're doing. However, I'm not too sure if they can do that, because look ahead of them. There is the Audi of Yandy Terrible, which might act as some traffic. And you don't really want to have traffic if you're trying to go as fast as possible.
100%. And just to chime in...
Never mind, he heard me. He heard me and got out of the way. But yeah, I think that is qualifying over for Yandy Terrible.
I don't know what gods you were praying to before. I can't pronounce them very well, but my lord, that was a picturesque moment there of Caster cursing. P3, yeah, P4, P5, P6, so close as well.
To be fair, you pray to some Brembo when you are in a braking zone. But if you need some grip for your tires, you pray San Pirelli.
San Pirelli. Okay.
Yeah, Pirelli, like the tire manufacturer. So San Pirelli.
San Pirelli.
Yes.
I hope.
And if you need to brake, always pray San Brembo.
San Brembo. Let's see.
Oh, Lily Yoshimi, their qualifying is over as they're now cutting the first chicane.
Oh, yeah.
So that is unfortunate, as the pros are now heading onto the track. So I think that is Selena, please reset back to the pits so you finish your lap. As the pros are now going to try and squeeze every possible second out of those 10 minutes that they have for qualifying.
Isaac displaying a level of veterancy there, coming straight out the pits to maximize the time they've got out and about. And you can just see the calm before the storm of the Silvers and the Pros. We've got 9 minutes on the clock.
I mean, I would expect Isaac to set a very respectable lap time. As you know, we know the Marylander, he's a very fast driver, as that is, I think, Ametista resetting back to the pits. Our Marylander here on the number 722 car is known to be quite quick, as Imatrix Ace, I think, was the last one to finish their lap time.
They put a P4.
I would expect... Oh yeah, P4! Oh, nice job, Matrix, I did not see that. Huge
performance there from Matrix, and
yeah,
very, very essential there for the championship.
Very nice, very nice. As let's see now what our pros are going to do. Isaac Ambras is going to be the first one to set the lap time for the pros. However, the lap time is not going to be set right now, but it will be started in a few seconds, as they are now going to cross the start-finish line here, as Isaac Ambras is the first pro that is going to set a lap time. Now heading towards the Prima Variante, they're going to have to brake at the 150 meters board, heavy on the brakes, little bit unsettled there, but still hitting the apex, first, second, then full exit through there as we're heading towards Biassono. Now you need to go around the outside, full throttle here, you can genuinely just blast to this very fast right-hander. As you are going to head towards the Variante della Roggia, be careful here, you need to brake at the orange board there. Nice and easy, hit the first apex, now hit the second one as we are going to head towards the 2 Lesmo corners. Now we are here, Prima di Lesmo. Nice and easy, apex has been hit, nice job Isaac. Apex has been hit on the outside as well. Seconda di Lesmo, that is much faster, as
wide, too wide.
That is going to be an invalid lap time.
Just for number 9 as well.
Unfortunate.
Number 9 just went off there for a moment. Ruby Nekomata for ST Racing Esports, Samantha Tan in the BMW. They've recently done a performance school as part of the BMW sort of academy program by the looks of things. And as it stands, they're trying to lay down their pace. I saw on their stream how they were trying to take this line into a...
Let's see, Ryan Tascari. Oh, nice job there from Ruby Nekomata.
Decent.
Quite a lot, and yeah, that's BMW can take those curves. Nice exit from Ascari, as now she will have to go towards Parabolica. Let's see.
I think that was an invalidation, though. I'm not sure. I'm not actually sure if that was a time to put down or not.
I don't think it was.
Times are starting to rain in now. I think that was the...
I'm with a
48.1.
Ubisa following close behind, 2.6 tenths behind. Ruby Nekomata putting it in pole position, and Azuda Kihara being the first of the silvers, putting it 1.5 seconds behind Ruby Nekomata. Okay, so the first lap times are chiming in, and looks like our pros are, and the silvers are really trying to send it as hard as they possibly can, which is nice to see. It's always lovely to see.
Now, hang on there. I think we've got a little bit of a banker lap situation. They're trying to play it a little bit reserved for that first push, and then just find where you can find those increments where you can push a bit harder. That's the test of this qualifying. I think you just want to gain a bit of tempo there. You can just see Amet trying to push it a bit further on the curbing there. It's going to be a little bit wide. It's
nice exit from the Seconda di Lesmo. Now heading towards Serraglio and below the bridge of the Oval. I mean, let's see how our Egyptian driver is going to take Ascari. Oh, nice and easy. Nice and easy.
How's the Audi going to take
very aggressively. Very lovely.
There was no curbage there whatsoever. Do you see that? No curbage whatsoever from Amet there.
Yeah.
Literally just tried to curve round it to not incur any sort of bump there. Audi suspension not doing very well on the curbs. I know that much.
Yeah.
Gets it tight into this section here. Decent on the power. A little bit wide. I'm not too sure if it's an improvement or not. But Amet just a smidgen off a pole. Isaac.
It
is. Oh my lord, 47. That is an improvement. It doesn't look that. incredibly fast, but it is.
That
and Ruby,
is
what are you?
genuinely impressive, as Ruby Necomata puts the car 3.5 tenths behind.
Wow. Like I said, those bank collapse at the start, just to lay something down if it all goes completely pear-shaped, and Met's put that a provisional P1 for now. Ruby 3 tenths behind. They know there's more in the tank. They've got to push it. They can afford to take the curbs more aggressively. Jojo, we're far from over here.
Oh yeah, we're 1000% far from over, as the track is on optimum. Tires are going to be in their best operating window temperature. I don't know. Then the fuel is going to be even lower, which means less weight. Our drivers will be able to fully sand it relatively soon, I think. And so, that would be a pretty emotional qualifying that we're going to see. As they're now heading towards Serraio, Hexerotto Pizza, right now we're with them. Our French driver, which is for the time being the slowest in the pros, which is still as this.
It's literally by a hair, isn't it? By a smidgen as well. There's still more time in it, certainly. And I know what these two can produce in Rioma and Ubista. I've seen it before. They've got their instructions for today, and we're just going to see if they can deliver it to the letter. Isaac Umbras rounds. Final turn now.
Okay.
Is that going to be an improvement?
Apologies for going away for a second. I almost had to sneeze. And yes, that is an improvement, but not an improvement for position. As Ruby Necomata did reset back to the pit side, so to Bissa, putting the car in P3. Our French driver really showing us what they're capable of. Also, car 69. There is a yellow flag.
Oh, what happened here?
I don't know, but something to Ruby Necomata did happen as they did reset back to the pits. What happened? Ooh, that
invalidation?
Gravel. I think that might have been. Or maybe there were problems going into Ascari. I would expect... oh, wait a second, I think what happened. Because at this spot, with the tail of my eye, with the corner of my eye, my bad, that Zurek Ihara did lose the control of the car. So let's see what did happen to Ruby Necomata. Did she avoid? Oh, no. Oh, that was unfortunate.
That was like... it's like in Baldur's Gate when you roll the D20 and it comes up with a critical failure. They're literally unfortunate there. Yeah. With how that played out whatsoever. Just it's just one of those situations you don't want to hit the other person, but I just couldn't help it there. It is what it is. But still, the qualifying goes on. We're just waiting to come back, and Omet now on the push. Isaac Umbras punching a hole. Probably not what they want to be doing at this point. The Audi's going to eat up that slipstream, and they're closing in an Isaac Umbras in a qualifying setting. Is that going to take them a bit too far?
Sure. I'm not sure if Omet is in qualifying in slipstream range. She probably is right now on corner exit, but that is very tight on exit. But yeah, that is 1000% going to be in slipstream range. We did see Omet using this slipstream right there at the end, 146.7. Great lap time from the Egyptian on the Audi, as Ruby Necomata will probably need to cut their teeth in order to get close to Omet.
6.7 is an absolutely ridiculous time, and I saw it in the practice before, and they've just managed to eke it out. For someone who's a bit of a no-practice gang, I certainly think there's been some preparation going into this weekend.
Oh yeah, there has been 1000% a lot of preparation going into this weekend.
And just to sort of chime in on the other parts of the field that we have neglected, Saka Kaiser there on the P9, Lusculus P10, Hangout, I think that's, is it Ravioli? I think it's Ravioli.
Ravioli, yes, there is Ravioli.
Love that name. Ravioli P7, Akihara there, P6, pole for the Silvers. They're just a bit off. The Tolls is just making a guest appearance here amongst the Silvers.
Yeah. I mean, and there is also a missing saver, I think, on the grid. I don't remember which one it is, but there is someone missing.
Well, Zero as well. Currently P19 in total. Didn't expect that. Psycho!
Putting it in pole for the Silvers with a Oh, what was that? 148.395, almost a 0.4.
Ooh.
That is nice. Good job for
That was out the
Kaiser.
back. That was out the back pocket, wasn't it? My lord.
Isaac Cambras also closing in. Let's see what is our Marinander going to do. P3!
Oh.
Very nice. Right ahead of Exolot Lubica and Roma Kirihara. As I think those are your
Rioma's in the pits. Rioma's in the pits.
Yeah.
That's their qualifying done. Is that Ibista on a lap at all, or Ruby?
Lubica should be. Oh,
No,
Ibista's
Ibista's in the pits as well.
That is Isaac Cambras putting her in P3 in qualifying. Let's see Rubine Komata. That is going to be her last lap. What is it going to be? She is closing in. That is not an improvement. That is not an improvement. I think that the tires didn't have the time to go into temperature. That is unfortunate.
Wow. Grab the playbook. Just grab it with both hands, set it on fire, throw it out your window, because some of these results right now are really something special. I'm going to let you take this one as I munch some pasta. Don't mind me.
Thank you. We have on pole Omet with the number 86 Saudi, followed by Rubine Komata on BMW. Then we have on row 2 Isaac Ambras, followed by Exolot Lubica. On row 3, we have the last of the pros, Ryoma Kirihara, followed by Psycho Kaiser, his fellow Malaysian, on Aston Martin. Then we have on row 4, Zulaki Hara, followed by Ravioli Hangout. Row 5, we have the top of the AM class, Thirsty Bartender, followed by the last of the silvers, that this setup time, which is Kesset Losgelost. Then we have Primary Ice-T, followed by Yosu Polsu, my bad. I'm Matrix Zanes, followed by Selina Aino in row 7. Row 8, we have Ian the Terrible and Lily Yoshimi, I think. That's Lily Yoshimi. Yeah, it is Lily Yoshimi. Okay, we have row 9, G-Fox Foxington on Porsche, followed by Neko Kitten on McLaren. Then we have row 10, Zero Alexandrin, a shocking P19, followed by that player Ente. Then we have row 11, Ubidius, followed by David Gameplay. Then we have at the bottom of the grid, we have Kim Fry, and I don't see the standings for the rest of the grid. I'm sorry, I don't know who the bottom 3 is. I think the bottom 3 is the last row is Lumaynard and Ametista. I recognize the Still in Love Porsche 992, but the person which is third to last, I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. I genuinely apologize for that. Well, I think we are going to now see the race, how it is going to go.
My spaghetti is consumed, everyone. I'm very sorry.
Oh, very nice.
So, we've got an hour to go. What's your predictions for Pro? Tell me, what are you feeling?
Oh, man. Omet really showed us a very dominant pace. And I think that the remaining drivers will really need to fight in order to catch her. I think that the only driver that could put could be a challenge to her would be Rubine Komata, which wasn't able to set a good enough lap time to challenge her at home in qualifying due to an incident, but nonetheless, she will be up for a good challenge. Then we have the podium. I think that for the last spot on the podium, the other 3 pros are going to literally, the last spot on the podium pro is going to be anyone's guess, as these two goofballs decided to play around a little bit. They're so adorable. They're genuinely so adorable, I love them.
Would you expect any different? I certainly wouldn't. A little bit of analysis from me, really. I'm gonna open the controversy here and state a very probably not popular opinion. I actually think in the pros anybody could win. And the reason I think that is because of a few factors, okay? And I'll break it down. Now, I met quick on the hot laps, don't get me wrong. However, they've always been prone to a little bit of pressure. And there are times where they resist that and they can sail through and be fine. But I think with how the temperature is with the track, with the Audi, tyres are going to be suffering over a longer stint. even in the 30 minutes, Ruby, we know what they can do. 2 ahead of them are going to be battling. There could be some possible skirmishing, door bashing. We've seen that before at the previous rounds. Isaac lies in wait, you know, goes long, could early pit, lay down the pace there, and just try and avoid traffic, which is something we characteristically see from them.
Yes, quite a lot of times.
But that's the thing. The ultimate pace is what we then need to see from Isaac on the high fuel. We need to see what they can produce. I think that Ubista and Ryoma, whilst it is a little bit of a lackluster qualifying performance from themselves, I mean, it is a tough field, don't get me wrong. I think on the higher fuel loads, they'll be quite consistent. But Ryoma has been a little bit prone to some mistakes on the early starts. I'm not too sure. But they've ironed it out through the season. And that's why I think possibly on these higher fuel loads, on the race pace, for the pros, you're looking at anybody. Anybody here could take that win today, in my opinion. I think the pace is still there, and you're going to have to see how it pans out. Very excited.
I will also say we might see a win from anyone, potentially. I would argue, even potentially from the Silvers, for a very simple reason. That is Moza Turn 1 we're going to see.
No, absolutely.
You can never be sure about Moza Turn 1. Anything could potentially happen. And so, yeah.
I think that
nothing
is...
too bad is going to happen, but it can get ugly as our drivers are lining up on the exit of Parabolica. Oh, man, this will be something to see.
Well, I hope you've got your snacks, your drinks ready. I hope you're on the edge of your seat for this start, because it is going to be absolutely sensational. I'm going to let Jojo take away the start. I don't want to fill the airwaves too much.
Our drivers are on 2 lines, heading towards the finish line, and we should go green now. Green.
Oh.
Our drivers has begun the race here in Monza. Great start from Ometom, not such a great start from Rubine Komata, which is losing some pace. Exo to the bits are showing their nose in between there. Don't go too wide as they're heading into turn 1. Oh, there has been carnage. There has been carnage behind. There has been death. There has been death. Oh,
there's been death.
Yeah. Oh god. These stewards are going to look at it and they're not going to be happy about it. I
meant to run away there, but I think Isaac Omra's getting harassed a bit by Ubista. Ubista's trying to tuck under that rear wing. They seem to have a little bit of a weird moment with the AMG there. I don't think it's going to be enough.
The side slipstream, but Isaac Ambras is breaking later and is going to defend. So very good job from the Marylander as Ometom is indeed pulling away. Ooh, there has been some more chaos behind as Kenneth Losgelost. Oh, there is contact between Kenneth Losgelost and Primary ST. Amatrix Zanes ready there like a shark, smelling blood, trying to potentially take the position from Primary ST. And there has been McLaren spinning. Oh, that was Neko Kitten being sent into the Shell Realm as Amatrix Zanes is the winner of that kerfuffle. Very nice job from the German, which is now chasing Primary IST, but Nico Kitten right now in the gravel trap, waiting for everyone to leave. Oh, that is a huge shunt into the
Just to state as we watch this, Selena is P1 in the amateur class. P1! This could be it! Yes! Absolutely!
That is impressive. Ooh, he's unlucky.
Oh my lord! Oh, that is.
He almost rejoined.
It's not a sight you want to see at Monza that much, I can tell you. As we wait to chime back to the live cam there, what was absolutely chaos. A bit of a bonk indeed.
But yes, Selina Aino, P1 in the AMs, pulling away from Darcy Bartender, which must not have had a great start. So good job on our Lexus driver. Also, our Silvers were able to get rid of all the AMs ahead of them. Selina Aino trying to get into the mirrors of Ravioli Hangout, but not actually sending it on turn 1. Those two are actually the closest on the grid, I think. Wait, Hesi Thomas and Yosuposu, I spotted at 0.1. Oh yeah, they're very close as Yosuposu goes a little bit wider, as I also see G-Fox Foxington into the pits. Yeah, Hesi Thomas will need... Oh yeah, that was Hesi Thomas, my bad. Hesi Thomas will have to fight with Yosuposu and try and regain the position, as now we have the Malaysian duo Ozura Kihara and Seiko Kaisa competing for the lead in silver. That is going to be something interesting as Zuraki-Hara does seem to want that P1, but I think there will be some team orders between the two, as they're both Technoburst drivers. Well, never mind. I don't think that we are going to see any of them. I think we will see a bit of a cautious Zul that will not want to bump his fellow TCB teammate, but I don't think we will see team orders. I genuinely think that we will see a battle between the Malaysian drivers for P1 there.
I've got a clear message for Zuraki-Hara. You're an Alexis boy. Come on! Go at him! Go at him! You're an Alexis. You're here for the pole. Push! Give us some more. Come on! Screw the team orders. Throw them out the window. Oh, damn it! Want to see more? Want to see more from the Alexis? I'd love to see.
Yeah. I'd love to see.
I'd love to see Alexis P1 on the silver and the AM. That would make my day. There isn't one in the pros.
Who's that? I think that is G-Fox coming slow out of the pits. Hopefully that will not be too much trouble for our drivers that will have to probably contend with traffic. Ooh, bit wide for Zuraki-Hara right there. Not ideal. Yeah, he's now losing a little bit of time to his teammate. So yeah, this is suboptimal, as now we see Axolotl bits, which on the last
P3?
on the last timing was 8/10 behind Isaac Cambras, the Marilander, still being in P3 in class. Those don't look like 8/10. I think Axolotl bits was able to catch up a very slight amount.
It seems to me, I mean, this is the thing I also kind of highlighted about Monza with a multi-class situation, is that the pros, you know, they're going to space out a little bit now, but with how tight Monza is and the pace disparity, they're going to have to come up to lapping people at some point during this race, which isn't it, and that's not me saying this is obviously, you know, having to go about anybody's pace whatsoever. No, it's just the simple fact that they're going to have to navigate it and do it better than their competitors, and that in itself is an example of great racecraft. We're going to have to see if that interferes with the results whatsoever in terms of how they manage to do it. All tolls,
traffic management. Race metrics, but yeah, traffic management will 1000% be a factor. Yes, that player is sideways. That is Ascari, I think. That is a weird place to spin. I think that is, I don't know what is about to happen. Probably the curb, and then not even the curb,
just overcooks it.
Lost the car a little bit there. That is a bit weird, but also unfortunate, as we're not seeing that player on his merry way. Oh, that's Selina, I know! And Tars also going slow. Oh, I think that was a murder there. I think that was a murder. Will we see an instant replay of the situation? Yes, we will. Or is there going to be G-Fox causing the incident? No, this is just Tars braking slowly, Selina trying to avoid it. But, that is unfortunate. But yeah, Tars really punting Selina. That is something these stewards are going to take a look at after the race. That is very unfortunate for Selina and also for Tars. As now we have Primary Ice-T being in the uncontested AM lead. I think,
that helps Zero really well there.
P2, right there. Yeah, Zero Alexandre, while not having the fastest of pace, still being very competitive and staying out of trouble, which does give her quite a big advantage. Just the fact that there is no oopsie daisy happening to her means that she is going to have an advantage against her opponents. As now the lead that Primary Ice-T has on Ubidius is just massive.
Yeah, certainly so. And my heart goes out for Selina. It's a tough situation. No fault of their own. They even tried to evade it there, and you can see the damage now that the Lexus has got. It's going to hurt them. They've still got a decent engine in it. Tars is going to power through here, though.
Stop and go penalty from Lily Yoshimi in P26.
That's all starting to play out now.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. I think that is for spinning in the pit lane. Ooh, the car got a little bit scurvy there. Scurvy? Unsettled? Whatever. As now we are seeing Zuraki-Hara being ahead of Seiko Kaiser. What gives? What happened to the Malaysian?
Did they reverse positions?
I'm not too sure. I think there was a little bit of an incident between. I'm Charles Leclerc. Okay.
Oh, is it so?
Oh, no, that was just Psycho guys are going wide, missing their breaking point.
Just Psycho ran out of track there, and that is going to promote Zorlaki Hara. Well, I did want to see one Lexus in the P1 positions. I had it, and then I lost it, and I've got it again. Zorlaki Hara there, P1 for the Silvers at this moment in time.
Yeah, I mean, that was, I wouldn't say anticlimactic, but not what we expected. Nonetheless, Zorlaki Hara is going to be very grateful for that happening, as now we're seeing Kenneth Lusgilust catching Primary Ice-T with also, I think that is G-Fox right ahead of them. Being, I wouldn't say in the way, but being traffic. Yeah, so those two drivers will have to contend with slow traffic, and that is not going to be the easiest thing in the world to contend with. As now we're seeing Kenneth Lusgilust getting the inside of Primary Ice-T and probably taking the overall position here at Parabolica. Now we see it nice and easy. Primary Ice-T lets him by. Also, G-Fox is letting all of them by. Very nice job from our drivers here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any fight or conversation that can be had there with just how the race has gone so far. Some people have done their stops already, by the looks of things, very early in the window. And
Maynard and Ente, because I think they did have damage, so they decided to, might as well take the mandatory pit stop, take the tires off, and just be on our merry way. As I think that is what they decided to do. As you're supposed to is now getting chased by Hesse Thomas and Ametista VTuber. Now they're going almost 3 wide into turn 1. Take it nice and easy, guys. That is turn 1!
Oh my lord!
That is going to be damage.
Mental, yeah.
No changing position, but that is going to be 1000% damage.
Who's that had P20, which is VTube?
Yeah, there is Ametista. As now we have David Gameplay taking the inside of Hesse Thomas. Hesse Thomas getting the outside of Biassono, but now might try the dive, but doesn't seem like they want to do the good move from David Gameplay. Getting the position, as now we are heading towards the Lesmo 1 and now the Seconda di Lesmo. Matrix Zanes right now being third and chasing Ubidius. Matrix, keep it nice and easy. Don't do stuff like that. That is scary.
Yeah, Ubidius at the moment currently P2, not a bad result at all. Kept their nose relatively clean by the looks of things. Zanes goes wide.
That is a bit wide. You don't want to lose this time to Ubidius, especially as the car behind you is currently the AN Championship leader, Zero Alexandre. She can really be a nasty client if you let her get behind you. So, Matrix, if you're listening to us, go as fast as you possibly can. You don't want to have to deal with a Zero Alexandre behind you and an Ubidius ahead of you. But it looks like Zero Alexandre might want to deal with a Matrix ahead of her. So Matrix will have to do a lot of work to literally do anything.
That's it. My main focus is on the team championship. Just looking back to some of the stats, I mean, Zero currently leads by a total of 6 points, with Keen also in that team as well. The second team, obviously being the academy team of Phoenix, is Foxington and Ian the Terrible. They're a bit down at the moment. Oreo Tempo, P3 in that standings, and it's all starting to come into fruition, and we're starting to see a bit more clearly where the table might lie. But the AMS is where you're going to be seeing a very big impact with that championship, and that is where my eyes are glued at the moment.
Yeah, the ANs, I think that is going to be where we're going to see the biggest upsets. And also, another big upset, we are not seeing any contention for the race in Pro. Ometom is literally dominating the standings in Pro, with Ruby Nekomata following relatively closely behind, but not really too closely behind.
Yeah, it's still everything to play for, you know, like it is a couple of seconds apiece. And slowly but surely, eventually, they're going to start to gain back with some of these AMs. Now, that's when you see moments of hesitation, perhaps pressure start to creep in a bit more. Amet is really trying to nail as much as they can out of the Audi, and they've been pretty clean so far.
Oh, yeah. The race in the pros has been very clean by all the pros. So that is very nice. It is very nice for them. As now we are seeing, I think that is a three-way battle for V3 in AM as Matrix Zanes has to deal with a relatively close behind Zero Alexander, which has to deal in itself with a relatively close behind Thirsty Bartender. That is going to be something to keep our eyes on for the time being, as these three are probably going to give us the biggest spectacle on track. As also they have to deal with a G-Fox right ahead of them, being lap traffic, which has slotted itself right between Matrix and Ubidius.
Certainly. So, I mean, the one thing that you're going to have to remember as well is Tolls may be under a penalty for that collision with Selena. It is still, however, going to be a race to the finish line, and Zero is under pressure here. As Tolls is right on the rear bumper. Psycho Kaiser is also on the rear bumper as Zula Kihara.
Yeah, and I think that is not Neko Kitten, but one of the new AM entries in the McLaren, trying to keep the pace of these silvers and probably learning quite a lot from them. As Psycho Kaiser is chasing down his friend and his compatriot and fellow team member, Zul Akihara, as they're now braking for turn 1. Psycho Kaiser now hitting the right braking point and not going straight wide, which I'm fairly sure that Zul is very thankful for, as watch out, because Thirsty Bartender is now chasing down Zero Alexandre. The Italian Stallion versus the American Stallion, Ford versus Mustang, Ferrari versus Mustang. They are now going to brake for turn 1. Zero Alexander braking later. Is that going to be too late though? As Amatic Zace did brake too late and is about to lose the positions of both of the drivers. That is very unfortunate for Imantic Zace. As yikes.
Going to put Zero to P3 as well. In the AM, still being chased by Tolls. And Keen also their P5.
Yeah, I mean, Tolls also losing a lot of time from Zero, and also G-Fox right there, I think, being in a bit of a fortunate position. That is Lily Yoshimi. Lily Yoshimi facing the wrong way. Oh! Ouch,
yeah.
bonk.
Hate to see it. Yeah. Hate to see it.
Unfortunate.
Easily done on that part of the circuit. If you're pushing it just a bit too hard, you hit the grass, bumps will hit and bog you down. And that is exactly what happens there. Psycho Kaiser still on the push. Kenneth Loscolus is out!
Oh, no! On your brakes! Step on your brakes as Primary T. Just avoid the collision narrowly. That has been heart-clenching.
That was really
scary.
Too close.
Yeah, too close, too scary. Something that people should really avoid. As now we are, speaking of close, we now have Psycho Kaiser still chasing down his friend Zula Kihara for the lead in silver. I mean, silver is actually giving us a pretty good showing, as Kenneth Losgelost is the first of the silvers going into the pits.
Interesting stuff here. Psycho Kaiser just can't seem to get completely onto the rear, but 79's just had a moment as well. I can't see who that is. 79's going really slowly.
No, that is unfortunate. That is really Yoshimi. She's having trouble with their car, probably damaged.
Yeah. So Losculus there comes into the pits. Yoshimi comes into the pits now. Psycho Kaiser's still trying to chase Zul Akihara. Zul is pulling away though.
the Lexus really showing a lot of pace in this lap specifically, as Lakihara has pulled 1 second of a gap from Psycho Kaisa. That is going to be interesting.
Yes, certainly. So, I mean... Oh no, I'm Matrix! Oh!
Matrix, no! That was almost a rejoin of all time.
I can't take this. I need some heart medication. This is not okay. Oh my god.
Yeah, right. What happened here? It was Lesmo 1. Di prima di Lesmo. What happened to Matrix? Oh, no, I think I know what happened. A bit too fast in there. Losing the rear.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what
Kept
happened
out of the wall.
next? Ooh.
Now, the question
that
is...
was very close.
Ian the Terrible is chasing...
Keen Fry, yeah.
Keen Fry. They're both teammates. They're both thinking about the championship. And they're both in P1 and P2 episode championship with Selena chasing behind.
I mean,
and they're not
are they
close
thinking
enough.
About the championship? Are they?
Maybe? I'm sure they're all in the call talking about it. It must be so. Oh, but Selena has got the mighty Lexus engine. Is it going to be a dive to the inside? No, it's not. It's going to be asking the question, opening the door a little bit there to a skirmish. And that's what you got to do sometimes. You just got to knock on the door, ask a few questions, see where the pressure is, exactly like Tiles is doing now, chasing onto the rear of Zero. Oh, close.
Yeah, that is very close. That is extremely close.
It's just going to be little changes in how those corners are taken by the AMs, and I think you're going to see battles start to really come alive. It's been 20 minutes, but it's felt like an hour.
Yeah.
So much action in such little amount of time.
I always say that our championship in race with the Super Touring cars will give us a lot of action, but man, these GT3 drivers are really showing us that a lot of actions can also come from the GTs. That is impressive.
Certainly so. I mean, Tolls is trying to climb up to the rear of Zero. Psycho Kaiser takes their stop now.
Their mandatory pit stop is being served right now.
Oh, Selena. Selena is under the rear wing of the Audi. It's going to be close. Comes under to the right. Oh, could have been a little bit early, though. They're going to make it happen.
That's a bit... But Ian the Terrible also breaks early, as Selena, I know, is taking the inside of Parabolica, but Ian the Terrible keeping the outside.
It's going to be suicide.
Oh, that's going to be close. That's going to be close, but apparently Ian the Terrible was able to defend their own side. That's probably going to get the better...
Selena's on the inside, and they've got a Lexus, so they're going to win it. Selena takes the position.
Yeah, that Lexus really doing a lot of work. With
fantastic
all the power it has.
Oh my god. Selena defends it, and that is the move done. Selena with a fantastic overtake to put them into, I believe, if my eyes don't deceive me, P6. And now they're chasing down Keen. Oh, I'm starting to get a little bit nervous now. It's starting to get really interesting.
It is also going to make you a little bit nervous. Darcy Bartender is still chasing Zero Alexander, and it doesn't look like this battle is going to cease anytime soon.
No, certainly not. It seems like the championship hopes of Phoenix at the moment for the team is starting to be a little bit more under pressure. It looked a little bit more solid before, but Tolls is just laying down the pace, just keeping close enough to Zero. I don't know if the Mustang's unrestricted here or not. That's the interesting debate.
Restricted. It is probably very restricted here, as otherwise we will see that Mustang really zooming on the top of the and the end of the straight, as Ametista, the silver, is going to clear a little bit of traffic, as we're now going back to Darcy Bartender versus Skin Fry, as Tars is still chasing but not close enough to... Oh yeah, Zero Alexander, my bad, not Skin Fry. While still chasing, that doesn't seem to be close enough for Darcy Bartender to really be living rent-free in Zero Alexander's head. That seems to still be something Zero can manage. I wouldn't say easily, but without a lot of pressure, which is interesting to see.
100%. Oh, Selena.
Yeah, Selena, I know. Yeah, still chasing Keen as well.
I wish we had a driver of the day vote. I really do. Oh, wait, Selena is on the rear of Keen. Oh, my Lord. Going through fast right-hander here. Oh, but Zero as well. Oh, Tiles has passed them. Tiles has passed Zero. We're not sure how the move happened. And Phoenix, it's starting to fall apart from the seams at the moment. Tiles has passed Zero. Selena chasing Keen. It's getting real interesting.
The AM's really showing us a lot of interesting action here, I'm not going to lie. Those drivers are really giving us a lot of emotions, and that is incredible.
Ravioli, what happened here?
Ravioli? Oh, that's a little bit of a spin! Bonk! That's a bonkage, if I ever saw one.
That was a bit of a bonkage, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I just wonder, where is Selena? Where is Selena? Are they past? Where are they? I can't see. Oh, okay. They're still chasing Keen at the moment. This is a battle I am so focused on. Selena's had a brilliant performance so far today. A little bit unfortunate, Tiles knocked them out of P1, but they've still got some pace this race. Hezzy Thomas there gets a stop and go 30. That is going to demote them quite a bit down the order anyway. Selena, they're just finding the groove of the Japanese V8. And I can't lie in saying I'm willing them on. I really am. As a Lexus driver myself, it is brilliant to see them take it up.
Yes, that is absolutely brilliant to see that.
Steady through the curves here. Nice through the power. Shifting up 4th into 5th. Oh, Hezzy? Oh, yeah, Hezzy has got that stop and go. Oh, Hezzy is... Hezzy's had a moment. Oh, death... Oh, that's Entei. Entei has... Oh, careful on the rejoin. Oh, my Lord.
Take it easy, guys. You don't want to cause a massive kerfuffle. That would be awful.
Steady through the... Selena, you can just hear it in the tumble there. Rioma is going to take their stop now. And look, the bolt a little bit earlier than the rest of their field. Strategy options, I'm sure, have been discussed within the Oreo team. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Literally telling your drivers don't do anything stupid, guys.
Yeah, something along those lines. But what I will say is trying to optimize a bit of an alternate strategy, perhaps, to try and promote themselves a little bit more up the order. Selena here, a little bit wide, keeps it just about. And Selena is going to be helped a little bit by Keen, having a bit of traffic up ahead. And
I think that is Hezzy Thomas, which has a 30-second stop and go penalty. Zero Alexandra also serving the pit stop right now.
Crucial moments of the race here to do your stop. The track is hot. Tires will be burned through as Selena keeps going, takes that position. And we'll have to see how the strategy plays out for the rest of today.
It will be interesting to see how it will evolve as... I don't know. That seems... I wouldn't say sketchy, but...
To take it early, yeah, I wouldn't take it this early, but unless you're confident you can really make the tyres last that long. I think with the Aston it can. With the Mustang, I'm a little bit hesitant, to be honest, just with the way it plays around, but maybe with the restrictor on board, your tyre spinning won't be as bad. Ruben Ekamara is 4.6 behind Omet. I'm just having a look at the pro times as well. Yeah, it's all going to be quite interesting to see who's going to be boxing where and when.
Yeah, especially like here. I mean, they also have to contend with Ametista, which is coming up really hot.
Absolutely, and, Tiles at the moment.
Yeah, that would be a situation to keep our eye on. Skin might genuinely encounter with Selena. either, well, with Amethysta coming up, either something that will give them the advantage over Selena, or something that would be absolutely detrimental for them, which will completely destroy their chances at doing anything, really.
Absolutely. Selena is just kept glued to the rear of Keen at the moment. Roma's behind now, trying to make up some time on the traffic. This was discussed in the strategy briefing. I assure you what to do in these situations of traffic. Will they do?
Oh, that was Amethysta spinning. Amethysta VTube. Was that? Oh, I hope that wasn't
Selena
Ryoma
boxes.
Kirihara completely binning Amethysta. We will have to see the replay to see what actually happened.
It was the grass. I saw it. They'd hit the grass. There's no collision there. I promise you.
That means that our stewards will not have to look at one extra incident, but that is unlucky for Amethysta, which already didn't have a great qualifying and now doesn't seem to have the greatest of races either.
Amet's boxed now.
Oh, Matt and Ruby is also boxing now. However, the battle between Thursday Bartender and Ubidius is really heating up, as the American on the Italian pony is now chasing the German on the...
Umbras is in the pits. Ruby's in the pits. Omet's in the pits. Ubissa's gone long.
Ubissa is overcutting.
They've listened to the strategy briefing indeed. I guess my words have sunk in a little bit. We'll see how that plays out and how good of a strategist I might be sometimes. But still, Tolls is chasing up to the rear of Ubidius. It's a move to the left. No, it's not. It's going to be tucked under the rear wing there. Ubidius has made that move. Are they going to make another? I don't think they are. Tolls late on the brakes.
Yeah, heavy on the brakes. Tolls still keeping inside, but Ubidius will have the better exit. Unless the traction control is going to kick in way more aggressively than it does in the Ferrari, as now Thursday Bartender was able to get a better acceleration. They're now side by side, and enough for the spotter to tell Ubidius to not do any stupid stuff. Ubidius might box in Tars, as now Rubino Gomat is getting out of the pits, but Thursday Bartender decides to not try his luck and is now going to settle right behind Ubidius and take it nice and easy.
Certainly so. The one thing I covered, just to chime in about the pros, the one thing I covered in the strategy briefing was about the traffic and about the potential time losses you can have and when to look to box, how your tyres will be fresher. Ravioli has a moment there.
Ravioli hanging out, having a little bit of a moment, but watch out because Stars might try it in the... Prima di Lesbo has the inside, Ubidius gives him the inside. Oh, there is contact!
Contact there between Ubidius and
contact again!
Oh, it's getting real.
And there is contact for the third time! Fourth time! God. These two drivers are really duking it out with some banging. A lot of door banging as they're now going in for the rest of the lap towards Ascari. Wow!
There's only so many times we can get away with saying they are banging before it looks rather contentious, and at this moment in time, it was about 4 attempts there. 4 bites of the cherry from Tolls alongside, but it's not enough. It's not enough, and Tolls has to refine that pace and climb back up to Ubidius. You've got to keep your emotions in check. Ian the Terrible behind Keen at the moment. Selena has come out quite a bit down the field. I suspect they repaired some of that damage. Ian the Terrible. Oh, a little bit sketchy there. Man, this is getting interesting, isn't it? Charles then comes into the pits. Are they going to repair that damage or not? That's the question. Oh, I've got to catch myself. Honestly, it's just been an absolute whirlwind. I think Jojo has abandoned me, so it's just me for now. Ian Terrible currently has to take their stop still. Ice-T and Bartender, Tolls, I should say, is taking their boxes now. Ubista has gone long on the tyre as it stands at the moment, trying to lay down some of that pace. I suspect they've now...
Yeah, now in the pits. Now Ubista is coming into the pits as they are the last of the pros that have yet to serve their pit stop. We will see if the overcut will work on Asa Cameras and Ryoma Kirihara, but I mean, for sure it's not going to work on the top two. Like, Ometom and Ruby Nekomata are in another league, as now G-Fox Foxington and Selena Aino are contending for position, but G-Fox has yet to serve their pit stop.
Yeah, I don't think there's much battling.
Yeah. So I'm not too sure how much battling G-Fox wants to do and lose a lot of time, as now Ian the Terrible is sitting in this slipstream of Zulakihara and probably trying to take trying to make the most out of Cell's slipstream in order to maybe pull ahead of chasing cars. So we will see how that will end up for the South African driver, as now he is... the exit from Ascari was a bit squiggly, but nonetheless he was able to keep it together. As Ubidius is also diving into the pits, I would expect Yandy Terrible and G-Fox to also serve their mandatory pit stop, as now G-Fox, I saw him entering the pits, Premier Ice-T also closing in on Thirsty Bartender. I'm not too sure how much the gap is, but sure as hell it's less than 1.1 seconds. Let's see right now, we're going to see after, what's it called? That's not Biasono. After this little kink, what their gap is going to be at the intermediate. It is going to be... 1.2 seconds. Thirsty Bartender was actually able to gain something on the outside of the... or outside of Lesmo 2, which is pretty interesting. Yandy Terrible also going into the pits. So yeah, all the drivers that did not serve their mandatory pit stop yet are serving it right now. So that is interesting. Now we're seeing Primer Ice-T and Thirsty Bartender getting to the start-finish line. And let's see if they're going to get the jump. For sure not on Ubidius. Maybe on Yandy Terrible, which is still serving their car. Oh yeah, Yandy Terrible still in the pits and is... yeah, still servicing their car. Yandy Terrible losing a lot of positions.
Wait, Ubidius?
Yeah.
Wait, are they P1?
Yes, Tech in class. They are P1 in class temporarily. However, now they have a Thirsty Bartender. No, wait, they're not P1 in class.
It's Tolls and...
yeah, no, Zero. Zero Alexandra is first in class. We did not notice her. But very silently, Zero Alexandra was able to claw P1 in class. Oh, what happened here? That was a spinning and a sex. I saw it. We'll probably see an instant replay of what happened here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Primer Ice-T. Trying to avoid the collision after missing their breaking point. That is unfortunate.
Well, that is one place you cannot send it. Oh, Ian the Terrible! Oh, had to drive through penalty.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Oh.
I'm not too sure if that is for spinning in the pit lane. I mean, it might be, but by not a huge amount. But yeah, that is very unfortunate for Ian, which was still doing a pretty decent race. That will throw a wrench in their plan, though. A pretty big wrench.
Keen yields there. That position. Keen's in P5, which is points they'll happily walk to the bank with in this situation. And Zero...
they're just letting the silver getting ahead, as now the Marylander is on Keen's tail. And also, going back to the pros, it is interesting to see that pretty much nothing changed. The race in the pros has been actually kind of boring. Ometom is still leading, Rubin Egomata still 6 seconds behind, Isaac Ambras still 3rd, then Ubitsa and Kirihara still in 4th and 5th. Not much is happening there for them.
Yeah, pros has been pretty stagnant in terms of the timings and the places at this moment. Not as much battling as I thought there might have been, as they all just sort of settled into a pace and wasn't really any fighting at all. Yeah, I was hoping that Ruby would put up a bit more of a fight, I think, into the first turn. But yeah, not too sure what happened there. Yeah, I think there's just sort of took it quite a bit considerably easier. And yeah, I mean, those two have been practicing with each other quite a lot lately, as I think I've been reliably informed. So maybe a little bit of an agreement between the pair of them just to keep things stum for this round at least. Oh, Ian Terrible there comes to do their drive-through.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate for Andy Terrible, but such is racing. Stuff like that can happen.
Tolls at the moment, P3 chasing after P2. Uber Diaz. I wonder what the timings are between Zero and Diaz. I wonder who is getting the better laps.
I would be guessing probably Zero Alexander at this point in the race.
52.3.
Yeah, they have. I would say the tires in the right temperature window. While I'm not too sure if Ubidius
50.4.
50.4, not too bad, as Ubidius 50.7. Right now, Zero Alexander gained 3/10 on Ubidius, so that is very nice. No, 50.3 from Tars though. Tars is on the same pace as Zero Alexander and is going to try and chase Ubidius down after gaining 3/10 right now. Oh, that is going to be interesting.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this plays out. I mean, I think that Zero just has to remain consistent, and they don't even have to push too hard. They just need to keep it consistent. And oh, I say that bit of smoke came out, and I'm just keeping an eye on the radar, well, the map even, as to what's going on. Zero's dropped off the back of Ravioli a little bit. Ubidius is still trying to mount a bit of a chase. Tarls is just keeping in tow behind. I think that P1 is still, in these 20 minutes, very much up for grabs between any of these three. I think IST is a bit out of the picture. And Zero is... Go on.
I mean, Zero is kind of pulling away a little bit. While it is technically still possible for anything to happen, I think that Zero Alexandre, unless something very bad happens, is not really any problem, really.
I don't know.
It's not really, fearing anything. That seems very easy for Zero Alexandre to manage.
Have to see. I've seen it with Monza before. That just takes one moment with the curbs. And that's a 49.9, but it wasn't valid. That's one thing, actually, is it? There are a couple of speeding tickets to worry about.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The drivers will need to be careful about their track limits violations, because if they get 3, that might be a drive-through potentially, as we've seen in previous races how drive-throughs for track limits, how nasty they can be. So take it easy, guys. Don't do anything stupid.
Easier said than done when you're doing a push, especially through Ascari, as Selena uses the power of the Japanese V8, comes alongside David Gameplay. It's going to be close coming into this section here. David Gameplay just about comes ahead and sweeps past, but gets not a good exit. Selena does it again.
Stronger exit on the 2. Very nice.
Holy moly!
By Selena.
Wow. I tip my Lexus hat that I currently wear to you. Absolutely fantastic. Great move there.
We're also seeing now Tars still chasing down Ubidius a little bit. What's the gap going to be now? 8/10. Tars is below 1 second. The gap between Tars the Bartender and Ubidius is below 1 second. The Ferrari is going to chase down the Mustang. Oh boy, it's going to be interesting to see how this situation will end, because the American driver will have a lot of work cut for them to do, as I mentioned Zanes. Oh, there is a bit of a damaged Ferrari. Apologies, I sneezed again. I think I'm getting a cold.
Oh no.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Oh, the joys of this weather.
Yeah.
Well, Emetome is slowly coming up to the rear of this battle. They've just set a 47.3. They're just it's just untouchable, really, aren't they? There's not much else to it. Number 9's had an off. I think that's Pozu. So that is going to promote Selena, I believe. Where's 90? Yeah, 90's gone ahead. Supposedly had a moment here. No, the no Punterino. What happened here? Pump, Ascari. Yep, looking good, looking good, looking good, looking good. Issue. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. But that is unfortunate. Any car that's got Comic Sans on it has an automatic thumbs up from me, and it's sad to see that happen. But it does promote Selena to P5 at this moment in time. Luna Lipo has joined mid-session again.
Oh, that is not something
oh
to
my
see.
lord, that was why
yeah, that is
it
a very
happened.
damaged BMW.
No, that's why they just veered into the barrier, because Luna joined the session and it loaded everything. Oh my lord.
Oh no,
that's not okay.
I think that is not even the first time it happened. I'm guessing this will be brought up later for this stuff, but man, that is not something you want to see. Very sad that's for your supports to.
Wait, that's Tars off.
Yeah, Tars is off, but very sad for your supports to for their races. Well, pretty much cooked for something outside of their control. Very sad for them to see.
I'm shell shocked. I really am.
Yeah.
I really am a bit shell shocked. Yeah. Ubidius is now about 8 seconds off of 0. I suspect something happened there as well. Tiles dropped right off the back of Diaz as well. I think that had quite a reaction with the AMs. I think there's been quite a few people that have just fallen off now because of that. Yeah, that's something we'll as a league have to have a look and see exactly what happened there. I believe Luna had joined, which was picked up by the broadcaster there. Yeah, and because of that,
you joined this session, and you're supposed to probably got a freeze and was nowhere near in control for their car. That is unfortunate. As now Thirsty Bartender and destroyed that freaking bollard.
Oh, what wait, what happened here?
That is Ruby Nekomata right behind. Oh, that's going a little bit wide.
Just goes off. Well, that's a way to let somebody by on blue flags, I guess.
However,
that has cost them a position, unfortunately.
Yes. So yeah, that is very unlucky for Tars, but stuff like that does happen, as the bartender, the American, will now have to go even faster and try to get the position back from Primer. Oh man, that is Lou Maynard with the old Mercedes going a little bit wide into turn 1, probably missing the braking zone. Luckily not collecting anyone, but still losing quite a lot of time. As now Tars will be chasing Primer. Oh, that is Kennen Losgelos facing the wrong way. What happened there?
I have got no idea. Oh no.
No, don't tell me. Yeah. Slower troughing collected Losgelost. Oh, that is unfortunate.
It's not lap 1 anymore. We can't be doing this. We can't be doing this. And 0 is going to get promoted up the overall.
Again! Oh. The same car missed the braking zone also for Roger. Lily Yoshimi. Okay, look. If you can't be in control of your car, please park it. I don't mean this in like an insulting way. But if you're a hazard on the track, please don't. Okay? You might lose someone else's race, as now Thirsty Bartender is chasing Primer Ice-T, trying to get that podium in AM back, as I'm fairly sure that Tars will want to get it. I mean, we're going to see that as we're now heading to Serrallo, and after that we will be heading into the entry of Ascari. Is that going to be close enough for Tars to try and do a move? Doesn't look like it is, but Tars is half a second behind. That might be close enough for him to take a slipstream on the back straight and maybe pull a move into Parabolica, but that's a bit of a tight exit, and I think Tars is losing a little bit of time to Primer here on the back straight. We'll have to see into Parabolica and on the main straight what will happen here, because I mean, Tars seems to be able to take the corners a little bit better, but doesn't seem to exit from them as well as Primer can. Still 4 tenths, 1 tenth remained in the last sector. Ooh, someone is on the grass.
That's Yoshimi again. Slow exit there from Tiles. They need to tidy that up if they want to have that approach to Ice-T. It's going to be a tough one, especially with the turbo lag of the Ferrari there. But they just need to find a way to extract a bit more out of it. Oh, Lil Yoshimi, what is going on?
Yeah, that Ferrari will really need to work quite a lot, as now the gap is 1 second from Primer Ice-T, losing 6 tenths on in sector 1, but now apparently regaining quite a lot in this middle sector, this technical section of the track. Oh, again, Lil Yoshimi pulling. Is he Yoshimi pulling on the side? I'm not too sure. They're taking the wide line. It seems like their line is telling the drivers that they're going to let them by, but doesn't look like they actually are. Those are confusing signals, as Lil Yoshimi is being a little bit unpredictable. Don't fight the position, just yield. Just yield. If that is the position you find yourself in, just yield it. Don't cause a ruckus for the faster drivers, as that means that Tars actually lost a lot of time from Primer Ice-T. That is not the way to handle blue flags as the blue flag car, in my opinion.
We don't mean to shame people on the course. It's not our intention. We are both veterans sim racers in our senses, and we know what it's like when you confront these situations and how frustrating it is when you put that practice in and you try to, get those results. But it's I don't know. Alas, we are just keeping focused on what's going on here. As Julian goes off in the comments section.
I mean, I will say it is something that, yes, the rulebook will say it is something that Lil Yoshimi can do, but that's not what I would have personally done. I will put it this way: you can yield the position like that, but if you can avoid impeding the faster cars, you will probably gain quite a lot of favors. So yes, technically it is legal to do it that way, but the faster cars are not going to appreciate it, and they're not going to be nice towards you. That was my reasoning, and apologies if I did not explain it a little more clearly, as we did see Ian the Terrible losing the car a little bit there. Yeah, I know it is not F1, it is just thinking about it. yeah, don't worry. I know that our blue flags are not like the same as F1. I will say, just think about your race, and if you impede the drivers ahead, it is not illegal, but they will be pissed about it. That was my line of thinking. Back to the race, we are now seeing Ian the Terrible still going ahead. There is a car 79 stopped on the track on the exit of Ascari. What happened there to car 70? Oh, that is Lil Yoshimi. What? Oh yeah, Lil Yoshimi. What happened to them? They let Axolotl bits up past. Now we're seeing Ascari. Okay, nice. Bit wide, but still nice. Oh, that's the curb, and they lost the car.
No. Happens.
That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate for Lil Yoshimi, but luckily they were able to keep it outside the barriers, so they can keep on racing. Oh yeah, that is very unfortunate for our McLaren driver, which is not really having a great race. Which is, again, very unfortunate for them, but such is racing. Sometimes you have bad days, other times you have better days. As now we have Kim Fry that is right behind Ametista. Pardon. Right behind Ametista, and probably they want to try and take as many references as possible to be able to pull away, as Tars the Bartender is now closing into Primer Ice-T.
It's all just sort of coming to a head here, to be fair. I think
yes, at the end of the race.
Tars has still got a bit of pace and ability to catch up to Ice-T potentially. It just all depends if they can just get a bit better of these exits, I think, more than anything. And I just haven't seen it just yet. Ice-T has had some smooth sailing so far and done a pretty good drive, to be fair to them.
However, anything can always happen, as now Tars will chase them down, but still very tight on exit there from the American driver. Which is an interesting line. I don't mean this in a bad way. I think it actually has its place, but it's just not something I've personally done. So I'm very curious to see if that is actually faster than what I usually do, as, you know, that could genuinely be the best way to go, and will gain time on Primer Ice-T, I do not know, and will be interesting to see, and probably ask Tars after the race about it, because that could genuinely be the line to take here at Monza in order to gain a bit of advantage. Maybe not, as Tars lost 4 tenths in the first sector to the Honda. So, I mean, that might be down to BOP, that might be down to actually the exit from Parabolica snowballing into the very fast first sector. We don't know. So it will be interesting to see it after the race. What will it be, as now Isaac Ambras is coming up on this train of slower cars. Oh yeah, I mean, the traffic here at Monza, I will agree, Kuhai. The traffic here at Monza has been absolutely something. Good job on our drivers to actually avoid collisions when being lapped.
Isaac's in the middle of a... Isaac's in the middle of a battle for position, and also, it's under blue flags.
Also, Primer lost a lot of time to Tars, which is now right behind them. Yeah, and Isaac is literally trying to get past. Very good job from our AM drivers for actually keeping it very clean. Very good job also for our...
That's the thing, they're battling for position. And it looks as if Tars is going to hold their line. Are they going to let him through?
Yeah, I think that Tars is going to let him through, but let's see what Primer is going to do. Is Tars going to drive him into turn 1? Looks like he is, which means that Primer has lost a lot of time. Ooh, pizza right behind Tars. Also trying to...
Let them pass, let them pass.
I mean, they don't have to.
No, they don't, but I'm hoping they do. Let them pass. Okay, well, that's...
Ooh, 3 wide there, that was a little bit scary. Okay, that is not what you want to do under blue flags. You don't want to park it on the, a very slow car on the track. Oh, Ravioli, what happened to Ravioli? Oh, 9 and 3. Ravioli in the gravel trap.
Oh, nice.
That is unfortunate. However,
oh my lord.
Hosupozu going onto the gravel, as let's actually go back to Primer Ice-T, because I did spot them having to deal with traffic lapping them, as also that is Assetto bits going for a sand there for blue flags, but actually keeping it on the track for Ascari. Nice send from Assetto bits, masterfully handling blue flags, but nonetheless I don't think there's going to be enough to catch Isaac Ambras.
I don't think it is either, and it just, like I said, it just really depends. I mean, they boxed later than Isaac. They've got better tyres. They've got the gap down. Still potential, but there's just not enough laps, I think, to do it in. Met obviously has run away with this one. Ruby, P2 there. Isaac currently P3. It's 3.4 now. Is the cap? I think this is just your order for the
Yeah. I mean,
for the
something must
pros.
happen in order to the order to be like different, but I don't think anything's going to happen.
No, not at all. There's just been nothing. And it's we're just seeing how Tiles gets on here, trying to chase down Primer IST for that P3 position. It's the last podium to fight for, really. Zora Kihara's got P1 for silvers, Saka Kaiser P2, Luskulus P3.
Oh, Ravioli again! That is the exit of Lesma as well. That is a very weird place to lose the rear of the car. However, we cannot let that distract us from the fact that this battle is happening and is quite unfolding. Tars being very conservative with their track limits there, doesn't use all the entire track. I think that might be to the detriment of the American driver, as does not seem to be able to get the most important thing when it comes to racing, which is corner exit. And leader is now on the final lap. Ometom is now on the final lap, which means these two drivers will have this end of the lap and the next lap in order to settle down their score. And that will be for P3 on the AM podium. Oh my god, my voice is going away. And Tars taking the outside. Oh! There is contact! There is contact, but both of our drivers are going wide at Parabolica. As Tars is now into the gravel trap. Primer also getting touched a little bit and actually keep on saying, oh, there is a very damaged Ferrari. There is a very damaged Ferrari. Tars, the bartender, has stopped, and that is a tow back to the pits. Oh, there must have been an awful damage for Tars. That is such not what we want to see.
Yeah, that is...
I feel so gutted for him, especially because he's a very good friend of mine. But oh, that's a DNF. That is actually DNF. Oh my god.
Who DNF'd?
Tars.
Ice-T. Oh, Tars.
Yeah, Tars. Tars, the bartender, has not quit the server. That is unfortunate.
Oh no.
Yeah, and as Julian in the YouTube comment section said, that is Tars championship aspirations over. As there is also car 177 in the wall, that is Neko Kitten. Neko Kitten going very slowly. I think they went a little bit wide and lost control of the car. However, we also need to look at Ometom, which really had a dominant performance today. Ometom started in pole position, has the fastest lap, finishing first. That is a great slam from Ometom. That is one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen. Ruben Nekomata closing his second with still getting quite a lot of points back home. Then we will have Isaac Ambers coming in relatively soon.
Yeah, P3 for Isaac Ambers.
The podium in the pros. Zero Alexandre wins the race in AM, as we did not see her. But yeah, also very good performance from the American driver. While they did not qualify in first, they are still getting a win home, and that is a lot of points for the American driver. Zuda Kihara also seems to be on their way to get their win in silver, and also getting a lot of points for their championship. The Malaysian driver on Lexus.
A fantastic performance from Zor.
Closing in and getting that sweet podium.
Fantastic. A nice P1 from Zor there. Fought really well. Great pace. Lexus on the P1. Well done, mate. Fantastic drive.
Yeah, I mean, also, different cars won the races in the 3 different categories, because Pro has been won by an Audi, Silver by a Lexus, and AM has been won by a Ford. So very good job from our winning drivers. As I think now we have only David Gameplay and the player that have yet to finish. Oh, also the Yoshimi has yet to finish the race. As that I think is going to be it. Good job from our drivers for being able to keep it together. Thus the bartender, despite the DNF, is still P22.
That was a pretty crazy round. I think there was a lot There's quite a few things to unpack. I was expecting a little bit more in the pros. I really was. I'm a little bit disappointed.
Yes.
I have to say.
I mean, no offense, but the pro race has been pretty boring. Anyways,
Yeah.
Omet Tom, Ruby Nekomata, and Isaac Cambras round the podium in pro. Zulaki Hara, Seiko Kaiser, and Kenneth Lusgelost round the podium in silver, with Zero Alexander, Ubidius, and Primer Ice-T rounding up the podium in AM. That has been actually a pretty great race outside of the pros.
Well, it's been a crazy one. A lot of championships have certainly played out here. The pro championship between Ruby and Omet has certainly spiced up a little bit more, and it will come down to the wire of the last round. Team championships the same. AM championship, Zero has really starts to stream off a little bit ahead now, I think, and there's a lot to unpack. We've been blessed with a pretty decent round. Thank you all for coming. Jojo, take it away. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being here with me in the commentary booth, Charlton. Thank you for Seong for being our broadcaster for today. Really appreciate his work. I would like to also thank all of our viewers for being here with us for this race that has been both crazy and kind of boring at the same time. It's incredible how Moza can be like that. I think we will see you tomorrow for British GT. Well, no, wait, my bad. BGT, not British GT. Our Sunday Series championship that will be GT3 and GT4 multi-class around British tracks. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I hope we can see you tomorrow. Yeah, see you on the racetrack. Goodbye.
See ya.